modeling for real estate teams. Okay, so there's a lot of conversation out there, and I hear from a lot of people, well, I want to be the millionaire real estate agent model, as an example, which is obviously a great book in our industry. But the thing about the millionaire real estate agent model was written in 2004. I got asked a question this morning from somebody about what's the best expansion model. And you know what I have to say to all these modeling questions is I want to kind of say throw them out the window. I really believe that you do want to go out and you want to try to find out what other people are doing in their real estate team, but I think the real estate team of 2019 and beyond looks very different than the real estate team of 2004, 2008, and even 2012. And if there's one thing I've learned in expanding a real estate team, it's that you can't fall in love with your model. Because at the end of the day, how many different model iterations have you and I had over the years in our real estate team? We're entering a new one right now, and I can't say if any of them were perfect, but they've all created a certain level of results, but at one time or another, we've also abandoned those results in search for better results and to try to continue to stay ahead of what's coming our way.
You know, it's funny that you say that, because I had a conversation in the last 24 hours as well with somebody who this person realized, and I'm excited because I'm going to have her on the podcast really soon.
Oh, cool.
But this person realized that she was trying to build this team around this model, this thing that she'd been taught and told to do. And what happened is she realized finally, like, somebody gave her permission to not do that.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, she needed that permission. And I said to her, I need you to tell that story on the podcast because there are so many agents out there that need permission to stop doing it the way they think they're supposed to.
The way that somebody else did it.
Yeah, just because somebody else did it this way once doesn't mean it's the way. Just because Kevin and Fred did expansion this way and taught a class called Expansion Bootcamp doesn't mean that's the way to do it.
Yep.
That just means those are other options, right? There are more than one way to get everything done. And I think you're right. 2019 has proven that real estate teams will never be the same again. This is not 2000, 1995, whatever, when teams really started to take off. Like, this is a whole new world.
Well, we've talked about the disruption of the brokerage model, right? Obviously, eXp Realty, the company you and I currently find ourselves at, has really disrupted the brokerage model a lot. Compass is going out, disrupting the brokerage model. Franchises are changing their approaches, right? Companies are changing what they're asking people to pay. Over the last 30 years, you used to pay your broker huge splits. Now you pay them much smaller splits. My point is that if brokerage disruption and the brokerage model continues to evolve and change, then I think we need to realize as team owners that our team model has to continue to evolve and change as well. And there's not a one-size-fits-all approach. And so it makes me a little bit mad that different brokerages can run different models. None of them are better or worse than others. They're just different, right? Yet as teams, people kind of get in their head that I'm supposed to follow an exact model, that this is the way that team success looks. And I'm ready to throw that book out the window because after doing this team thing for 11 plus years with you, I don't think by any means I could tell anybody this is the only way to grow a team, because guess what? We've just changed our model again.
Again. And you know what? Each time we've changed it, we've reached new highs.
Yeah.
And you know what? We've also reached new frustrations, right? Because then you realize, hey, there's something out there that's possible. There's something more than I thought before is possible. And you get closer to it. I've heard, now I don't know because I only got so good at golf before I retired, as you know, but I've heard golf is really only enjoyable until you're good. And then it can get a little frustrating.
Maybe that's why I've never enjoyed it.
Yeah, so probably not.
Yeah.
So the point is, like, you know what? There isn't just one way. And sometimes you do have, like, the best of the best continuously, like, rebuild themselves and reevaluate how they're doing things and change the way they're doing things. Now they stick with the part that works really well, that's like a foundation.
Right.
And they tinker with the other things.
And you know what their foundation a lot is? It's what they're best at. Right? Because one real estate team's strength is not your real estate team's strength. And to think that you're going to build your entire model around how somebody else does it, if you have completely different strengths and skill sets, is a fallacy. So I want to give you permission today to change up your model as you see fit and stop trying to follow some team model that was written in a book 14 years ago or taught by a guy that 2 years ago abandoned that strategy himself, and actually just go out and follow your gut. Follow some advice from maybe your coach. Give yourself permission to try some different things to see if you might reach some new heights as well.
You have our permission.
You got permission. Go out and do it.